Evening guys, Jack Scarf here, mortgage broker, property investor, and some of you won't know, but for the purposes of tonight, it's about time you found out, I'm actually a keen economist as well. Now the reason that's relevant is because I'm just going to talk to you briefly about recession and what that actually means to you. So if you feel this is going to be beneficial, some of my other videos are too, then do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that will mean that you'll be alerted before anyone else where the next free content and value is available to you. So recession, you're going to hear it Wednesday. The figures for quarter 2 of this year are expected to be released. Quarter 1 was a quarter of negative economic growth. So if when June's figures are released on Wednesday, that is also a period of negative economic growth, you're going to hear the word recession bandied around like you wouldn't believe. So I just wanted to inform you, I suppose, if you don't know, which you may not, what a recession actually is. Now, okay, I only studied economics at A level, but I've also spoken to some very senior economists in the UK and got their opinion on this. Now, famously, if you speak to a few different economists, you'll get a few different answers, but they do seem to agree on this. One, the definition of what a recession is, and that is 2 consecutive quarters of negative economic growth as measured by GDP. So you're going to hear recession, you're going to think end of the world, you're going to see it in the news, and meaning, property market has crashed, mortgage market has crashed, the stock market has crashed as well. Well, that's not actually always the case. It just means that the economy hasn't actually been growing for the last couple of quarters. It could mean that the economy has shrunk by 0.0001% for 2 quarters in a row. Now it hasn't, the statistics are a little bit worse than that at the moment. However, that's all it is. It doesn't mean that the world has gone to pot necessarily, it just means that because of coronavirus, everything has been impacted. A lot of people have been furloughed from their jobs, or they have lost their jobs. People couldn't go out to view properties. Surveyors couldn't go out to value properties, so the mortgage market slowed down for about a month. Since then, it's been absolutely mental. And Rightmove has said that this July 2020 has been 50% busier than July 19, where we were on an upward curve and the economy was all going well. Rental demand is 20% up on last year as well. So if you look at those kind of figures, actually, we're going in the right direction, and the kind of recession that we're in is what's called a V-shaped recession. So you know what a V is like? As opposed to something like a U shape or a W shape, anything like that could go up and down or could take longer to recover. Now what a V-shaped recession means, in brief, is that it's only going to be, theoretically anyway, a brief recession. So it's not going to be one that lasts for a long time. 2008, 5 quarters in a row, fairly significant. But what we could see this time around is that actually it was only 2 quarters. And that July, August and September, because things are booming at the moment, the property market's going crazy. Obviously, stamp duty has been waived up to £500,000 on your first property and reduced on additional properties after that. We might see that the economy starts to grow again straight away. And that's pretty much what a V-shaped recession normally is. It's one that actually grows. So initially you have your recession, so negative economic growth, but then it goes up sharply because you've planned for it. So all these kind of measures that have been put in place, the furlough scheme and the stamp duty scheme, etc., mean that we're looking at a V-shaped recession, so it should go back to normal and positive economic growth very quickly rather than a really long recession. So 2 things to bear in mind. What a recession actually is: 2 negative consecutive quarters of economic growth, so it might not even be that severe. And the second is it's V-shaped, so we should get back to relative normality soon. I just wanted to bring that to your attention because you may know that already, but it's going to be, if you watch the news, and I don't generally, it's going to be all over there about how bad it is and how severe it is. And I just wanted you to know, actually, now's not a terrible time to buy property, and at the moment, as a property investor and a mortgage broker, I and my colleagues are exceptionally busy, so it's actually a really good time to get in. Also, you never really know when's the top and when's the bottom in the property market. So if you're in it for the long game, generally property prices do increase. So it's still a safer bet to get involved in. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. I'm not a scaremonger, and I'm not one that's going to bring you, negative news. I'm always going to try and look on the positive side. But if you do watch the news, they're going to say how horrendous it is. Whereas I'm going to tell you realistically, that's what a recession means, and it's a V-shaped one. So hopefully we'll just be those 2 quarters. So thanks a lot for your time. I hope you gained some knowledge from that. It's not necessarily something that's going to be set in stone, but looking at the data, Q3 looks like it's going to be a lot more positive. So bear that in mind. If this has helped, great. Please do tell people that you feel could benefit from it. I know a lot of you property investors really are, and I get a lot of positive feedback, which is fantastic. And one of my videos got over 100 views now, which is mad, really, when you think about it. But a lot of people obviously need that information, which is great. So do subscribe, do hit the notification bell so you're alerted before anyone else, and I look forward to seeing you next time. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye.